Welcome to Kindergarten at Unionville. This is an exciting time for you and your child, and we want to help your child make a smooth transition into kindergarten, as well as prepare you for what to expect. In this presentation, I will tell you what the first couple of days of school will look like, what a kindergarten child's typical day is like, and give you some practical tips to help your child be prepared for school. First, let's talk about open house. Because of the uncertainty around the first day of school as a result of the COVID-19 closings, we are unsure of the open house date at this time. We will let you know the date and time of our school-wide open house as soon as it is determined. Your child will be assigned to a classroom teacher for open house and the week of staggered enrollment, which we will talk about in a moment. After we have completed our initial assessments, administration will finalize classroom assignments after making any necessary changes. Administration reserves the right to make other changes in the following weeks as necessary to help ensure all students are in the best classroom setting to meet their needs and promote the success of all students. While at open house, you will visit the classroom, meet the kindergarten teacher, find out bus and car rider information, as well as ask any questions you might have. Now let's move to staggered enrollment. Let me say first that all of this is dependent on how the school year actually starts, because there is still ongoing discussion about what the beginning of school will look like next year. If anything changes, we will let you know. As of now, here is the plan. In early August, you will receive a letter with important school information along with the date that your child will come for their staggered day. The first week of school, your child will only attend one day. On this day, your child will be in a small group setting with their assigned teacher and 4 to 5 other children. This is a time for kindergarten teachers to teach classroom and school procedures with more focus on individual students and help ease them into this big transition. Teachers will also be completing assessments that let us know the physical, social, and academic developmental levels of your child so that we can prepare to meet their learning needs. On this day, your child will arrive at school between 7:45 and 8 a.m. You will be able to walk your child to their assigned classroom to drop them off. Their day will end at the normal dismissal time at 2 o'clock so that they can experience dismissal procedures with more teacher attention. We ask that your child please go home on their staggered day in the same way that they normally will once full days begin. This is so that they will understand exactly what to do when there is a full classroom of students and gives parents of car riders a chance to learn the car rider line procedures. If there are any changes made to your child's classroom assignment, you will be contacted on the Friday of staggered enrollment week before your child returns for their first full day of school. Now let's take a look at a typical day in kindergarten. Students will normally arrive between 7 and 7:30 in the morning, at which time they will unpack their book bags and complete morning work until the bell. After the bell, there will be school-wide morning announcements, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, and then class will begin. A large portion of the day will be devoted to literacy learning. Students participate in a daily reader's workshop time where they read independently and with partners to practice reading skills taught in a teacher-led mini lesson. This year, we were also excited to begin implementation of a new word study program. The English language is very complex, and using this approach helps teach students rules and strategies for reading and spelling in a fun and engaging way. This approach is multisensory, which means they are combining the use of sight, hearing, and touch to learn. Students also meet daily in guided reading groups. This is a time for students to work in small groups with the teacher and assistant to focus on skills specific to their needs. They also work independently to practice literacy skills through the use of technology and centers. Students will also participate in daily writing. We don't expect your child to come to school writing. We begin by telling stories orally and through pictures. But by the time your child leaves kindergarten, they will be writing 2 to 3 sentences per page of their stories. It is amazing the progress you will see your child make in reading and writing by the end of the year. Another important part of your child's day will be math workshop. Students engage in hands-on lessons to learn math and problem-solving skills and practice those skills with math games, learning partners, and technology. Lunchtime. We go to the cafeteria and sit together as a class. Students are able to go through the lunch line or bring a lunch from home. This is an important time for your child to be independent. Of course, we will help students open packages, drinks, and milk cartons, but your child will have more time to eat if they aren't having to wait for us to help 20 or so students open up their things. Recess is a favorite time of the day as well. As long as the weather is clear, students will go outside daily to run and play and get their wiggles out. C-SPAM is an acronym for our special classes: computers, stamina, which varies between guidance, media center, and classroom activities, PE, art, and music. Students rotate through these special classes in a week. Students also participate in STEM activities. This is science, technology, engineering, and math, as a way to integrate problem solving and creativity. Field trips are another fun event. Kindergarten students usually attend 2 off-campus field trips within the school year. Some of these require parent chaperones. If you are interested in chaperoning or volunteering at the school, you will need to complete a UCPS background check, which you can access from the UCPS website. Throughout the school year, there are many special days that students can celebrate, such as Fit for Life, Dr. Seuss Day, 100th Day of School, and many more. So now you might be thinking, is my child ready for all this? Well, here are some helpful tips that will help you ensure that your child is ready to enter the fun and exciting world of kindergarten. First, let's talk about practical tips. Work with your child on becoming independent. Step back and let them do things on their own, such as dress themselves, clean up their room, serve their own food, and take their dishes to the kitchen. Also, begin giving your child small responsibilities. For example, after a family trip to the pool, you might put your child in charge of emptying the backpack, refilling the water bottles, or hanging up his wet swimsuit. Even when it may be easier for you to complete these tasks, let your child accept the responsibility. Teach your child self-help skills such as wiping their face with a napkin after eating, taking care of their bathroom needs on their own, and blowing their own nose. But also teach them how to ask an adult for help for things that they're not able to do on their own. Establish a morning and bedtime routine before school starts so that they have one less thing to adjust to once school does begin. You might want to start phasing out or even end nap time. Kindergarten is not like what you might remember when there was a nap time included. Your child will be able to adapt better if they are already used to not having a nap each day. Very important is to let your child play and work with other children. Encourage them to work together and allow them the chance to work out conflicts on their own or with a little guidance from an adult. Students will be interacting with other children and teachers all day long, and it is important for them to know how to compromise and get along with others. But school is also about learning and academics. If your child has a good grasp on social and independent skills, there will be more time for them to focus on academics and learn while at school. Of course, there are some school skills that will help your child get off to a good start. Some things you can do with your child to prepare them academically are reading and talking to your child, being able to recognize and write their name, focusing on starting with a capital letter and using lowercase letters for the rest of the name, counting to 10, recognizing and naming some letters and numbers, being able to use scissors and glue sticks appropriately. We do a lot of cutting and pasting in kindergarten, and it's helpful if your child is able to use these tools with efficiency. Finally, there are some school-wide opportunities for you. We have a wonderful PTO that supports teachers and students. You are encouraged to join PTO and find out ways you can volunteer. PTO has one major fundraiser called the Boosterthon Fun Run. Through this easy and fun program, PTO has been able to fund many projects such as the outdoor classroom, technology, new playground equipment, new bleachers in the gym, and many more. And of course, we need everyone to volunteer and help with our famous annual Unionville barbecue. The profits from this event fund many resources for Unionville students that other schools would love to have. This event can't succeed without you. Unionville is a special place where everyone who enters becomes our school family. It is a place like no other. If you already have children at Unionville, you know this to be true. But if this will be your first experience, it will not take you long to know what I'm talking about. We look forward to a wonderful school year with you and your child.